need that. It's the first time online painting.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's such a treat to have you here. Welcome, Tikka, Rutika Shah, and welcome to everyone who's in the live chat. It's so good having you here. First time at this time slot, and after many times having painted and drawn you, Tikka, we get to hang out and have a conversation, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, thank you for joining me here. If and
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, such a pleasure. If anyone in the live chat wants to ask questions, please do. And yeah, we'd love to have you as part of the conversation here. So we're going to be drawing from this reference at first. I've put a link in the description where you can get the reference, and there's actually 4 references of Tikka and 4 of Tikka's friends. So if we get around to it, we can do a bunch of portraits. And yeah, we'll talk about painting and dancing and friends and editing and animation. There's so much cool stuff
Yeah.
that you're doing. And yeah, I just look forward to chatting with you about as much as we can. And after the first hour of the stream, we're going to go to the after party. And today, everyone is invited. You can follow the link, which is also in the description. And it'll be like the live stream, except you'll be able to talk to us and we'll be able to show each other our work. So that's really exciting. And I'm very happy to be able to do all of this with you today, Tikka. Super fun.
I am so excited and I'm excited to meet everyone after this talk and meet everyone after this live session, after the Riverside one in the Zoom. And it's my first time actually painting live. That is live through online thingy, through the camera and stuff. And my first time with Dylan, painting with Dylan. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
And
It's amazing. I will show some of your work, and I'll just kind of flick through. That there's so much that you do, and it's really exciting to see the yeah in so many different disciplines, so many different creative expressions that you share, and yeah, I recommend everyone. Our Instagram accounts are in the description of this video. If you're not already, please follow Tikka because there's so much delight and wonderful stuff there. Yeah, so follow us, and especially
follow
Tikka.
us.
Yeah, and I'm going to share some of your work now and a couple of videos. I don't know if they're going to play with sound, so I recommend everyone after this head over to Tikka's Instagram, and you'll be able to watch all of this, see all of this, and particularly the versions of the videos with sound. So maybe I'll start with the videos, and we'll just see what happens. And someone in the chat can tell me if it's playing with sound or not, because if it's not, then perhaps we can talk over it. It's so good with sound. Like yeah, just see that there's so much that goes into this, the editing, the painting, animation. It's been super fun to watch this kind of grow and unfold for you, and we'll be able to talk about that. These collaborations that you've been doing looks like some pretty fun things you've been up to. Here's another one. Okay, there's no sound, says Claire, so we can just talk about this while we're watching. How's it been with these? It looks like brand collaborations and just
Yeah, these are brand collaborations, and this one in particular is actually men's boxers. So
mhm.
so it was the first time we were collaborating with a female person to showcase their product, and I was like, why not? And I used them,
Yeah,
and they're fun. The prints were fun, and how I take inspiration is generally I ask them to send me their product, and if I dig it, if I like the product, and if the product has something that I can relate with, and something that I can create with, then I go ahead, I storyboard, I send it to them. If they're okay with it, we collaborate, and yeah, I've been very fortunate that they've given me good amount of creative freedom, which which sometimes brands tend to not.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's what I look for in every brand. If they give me full creative freedom, I go for it. Otherwise, no.
Yeah, it's amazing because all of these videos, um, I don't know when you started doing that, but I've been following it for a few years, and then to see that your like your creative voice and your essence and your little space where you paint, like it's all coming through in there, and it's like, wow, it's got to be my most fun advertising ever. Just seeing the way you're making this stuff, it's been like everything that goes into it. It just seems really amazing. So we'll look at some of your paintings now, and feel free to just let us know anything about them. You said you started painting in 2020. Was that right?
Yeah, this one is like acrylic on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's me
Yeah.
when I had my nose ring on and short hair.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
in the market, the reference.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. I'll go through a few of these, and people can, if you want to start sketching, or you can grab there's a link in the description to grab the reference, or you just sit and watch this amazing, beautiful work. Um, yeah, and so many cool different things that you're doing, and it's really your use of color, super cool design. Um, there's so many different things going on, and it's just so much fun to see. And that's me.
That's it.
Yeah. And was this? You've got a few of these. I was wondering, were they painted at live events? I think I saw something.
Yeah, this one started out as a live event
Yeah.
painting,
Yeah. Cool.
and then I finished it at home.
Amazing. Yeah. And there's something, yeah, wonderful. Um, I know that this visionary art. I've been to some parties where people have been painting live, and it's interesting because I see there's some kind of quality um, at these parties I went to in Australia, where I see that also somehow being expressed. There's something coming through in the way you're painting with these as well. And this one was a really big Shakti painting, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, very cool. And is this your grandmother? You had a beautiful reel with your painting together.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's unfortunately that's not her,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
it is inspired by her.
Yeah.
So this is
Nice.
one of my artist friends' mom,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, she's actually a farmer, and that
Okay.
was her photo in a farm. So
Yeah. It's yeah, it's been such a treat just seeing all of the stuff you're doing, and pretty amazing. I wonder, maybe you could just tell us, like, because there's so many different things you're doing. It seems with the animation and also your dance, which I don't have any videos of here, but is also really incredible to see. And I wonder, maybe as we start sketching now, perhaps you could tell us a little bit, like, what's what it's like for you. How do you um, like the different things that you do? How is there the like in what space, in what context are you doing these things? How do you decide uh, what you're going to do? Are you going to paint? Are you going to edit a video? You can spend time dancing. I don't know. Maybe you could just give us a little insight into this wonderful array of things you do and how you go about doing it. And I'm going to start drawing you, and I would invite everyone else to as well.
all right. Should I start drawing too while I?
Feel free. You're very welcome to.
All right.
And if anyone has any questions in the chat, feel free to ask. And you're here and part of the conversation during these drawn together shows. So we'd love to hear from you. Oh, by the way, there is a link in the description as well to this short film project of Tikka's, which is really cool. And I think that was the first time I really noticed your animation. And we talked about it a little bit yesterday, that it was it like an additional final project for design school? Was it some extra thing that you got into?
Yeah.
Was that Graha Pravesh?
So the anim
Oh,
yes, so the
Prava.
animation you're talking about is like a short 1 minute animation that we made in my final year internship, which was it's been a year now. Um, and it was inspired by my driving instructor. He every day 6 a.m. he would wake me up and teach me how to drive. That I still don't know how to drive, but he turned out to be a great, amazing personality. And he had these little quirks and little sentences that he would speak that inspired me to record him speaking with his permission, of course.
Yeah.
But then, and then I had like 1 hour long of recording that I had to cut to 1 minute. And then you know how usually like, you kind of film and then the sound design comes. But we went from the sound design to the filming. So with the 1 minute recording that we had, we created the visuals and the characters, and then we animated them, and then that was the movie film short.
It's very cool, and it was it's really nice looking at the website, and I would recommend everyone check it out. It's cool just seeing the whole behind the scenes, the process, the character design. Um, on that site, there's like so much extra. Um, yeah, I just love this kind of behind the scenes stuff and seeing what goes into a project, and yeah, even that to hear it started from sound and move towards and the storytelling of your driving instructor or the sayings and stuff, just so cool. Um, yeah, and so we know each other from the Kanyo group chat, this international online artist collective. And I was just thinking last night, I was talking to Carlo, who you've also done paintings of, and
Yes.
sometimes it feels a bit like this could be. This is definitely a lot of the conversations that have been had here have been um, with Kenyan people, and it's just been such a wonderful way to to connect and see insights into people's creative process, like and share inspiration, and it's super fun. So I really appreciate the fact that we've been able to connect and draw each other, and
I
I'm a
appreciate
fan.
it so much.
Yeah.
Same, likewise. The painting that I did of you was I think in my 3rd year of college. That's when I started following you, and ever since I've been following you, I've been seeing how consistently and regularly you post these and conduct these like community drawing sessions, which is so cool to me because like especially at this age of AI, I feel like God's work, really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I also have been like I see more and more AI stuff, um, and I think I'm so glad that it like what I do and what we do is just about the process of making something and doing it together, and sharing that time and creative space together because AI doesn't really come into it, which is nice because there's a lot of troubling things about AI, and that's I love about your videos as well that it looks so handmade and edited, and that's really nice to see that coming through in your work, which is just like so much cooler than a lot of AI stuff. Um,
I also feel that comes like naturally to me. Ever since I even got interested into animation, traditional animation was something that really like it sat with me. Like after I see something that is traditionally made, I can think about it like for a day or two longer than something. It's not to say that I don't like digital. I love digital animations, but to me naturally, uh, I love sketching every frame and
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there's so much amazing digital work as well, and animation is something that I have always kind of loved, and I used to think when I was a kid, like when people ask, what would you want to do when you grow up? I used to think, oh, I want to do animation, but I've never made an animation, so I really, yeah, looking forward to talking with you a bit about
What?
that. Yeah, yeah. And I see what you're doing, and it's beautiful. Like, and I see like the frame by frame, the way you're putting it together, and I wonder kind of what's going into that process for you? Like, how did you start doing animations? Because maybe I will someday too.
Oh, okay. Um, Please, first of all, please do. It's really fun, and it's just as troublesome, and it's just as nerve-wracking. But then, like at the end, you have a product which you can say like, "Oh, it's my baby's alive," and and you can feel like really happy about it at the end. Um, how I got into it was I I joined design college, but it was mainly a product design college, so a lot of UI, UX, and physical product designing things going on. Um, they did have a little bit of visual design aspect to them, but not animation. Although I had one visiting faculty who was into animation, and he taught us how to storyboard in our third year, in the third year, and we have total of 4 years of college. And so yeah, that's when it all started, and I was like, I think I really like storyboarding, and I really like films, and I really like moving images. So even when I used to make a painting, I used to think how I can make them move. So because I also move, like I love movement, I love
Yeah,
movement in
yeah,
general, and yeah, and so that's how I think it clicked in my brain. Ki I should move my paintings, and so animate them.
yeah. That's great.
And then that just
Could you
started.
take your
That's why I got an
workspace
internship where I
camera?
could learn more about it. Yeah.
Yeah, just wondering if you could make your workspace camera like in
Yeah.
OBS. You can make it a bit smaller, and then we'll be able to see. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's great. Um, okay, Linda. Yeah, questions from the audience, please ask. Um, Linda just asked what pencils I'm using. I just bought some new
Okay.
pencils because I I did some drawing in my village with kids, and I came home and I was missing pencils, which is nice. Maybe they will go on to create wonderful things. So I got this new these are Faber-Castell Polychromos. This is dark orange cadmium and light chrome yellow, which I'm starting this drawing with. Um, and what are you working with, Tika?
I'm working with crayons. These are oil pastels and from Pentel. And there is this watercolor cake box
Mm-hmm.
thing from Camlin. Yeah, and water and
Cool.
brushes.
Yeah, I like what you just said about how you love moving, and so it makes sense to make your paintings move, and that's something that um, like seeing your dance and your stories, and when you share your your dancing and your movement practice, that's really cool to see, and it's really interesting how you just mentioned that how you love moving, and that's becomes like something which obviously you would like to incorporate into your work. Yeah, it's so interesting. I would love to move more. I spend a lot of time here.
I
um,
yeah, I feel like everyone should move. Like there is no good movement or bad movement. You should just keep moving. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
anyway, you're moving, right? Like anyway, 365 days the earth is revolving and you're moving anyway. So just move. Like, and I do feel like when I dance, so when I'm stuck in painting and I move and I dance and I stretch, it helps me refocus and recenter into my painting aspect. Or when I'm stuck in dancing or movement and I paint and I move my brush, it helps me get focused more on my dancing aspect. So yeah, I think everyone should move.
Yeah, that's great. Um, and just a couple of weeks ago, you shared some stuff from Navaratri and this 9-night festival,
Oh,
and yeah, that was
yes.
so cool to see, and the painting that you did of Shakti, or titled Shakti, inspired by Shakti, like that's such a. It was so cool to see you at the celebration because Navaratri is the festival that would you say is of Shakti, of the goddess, and it's like this creative
Yes.
expression and life force and creativity, and to it's really cool to think of it like this creative uh, urge and capacity that we have, and how you can, yeah, bring the movement and the painting together and have them kind of benefit each other. It's just like there are so many pieces that all overlap and interact so nicely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
perhaps maybe
Yeah,
it's if
I'm glad you went through. Yeah, go ahead.
no, what are you glad about?
No, I'm glad that like you had time to go through them and to correlate my Shakti painting with the Navratri description that I gave you, and it's like bang on. That's what it's about.
Yeah, yeah. It's and how's that? So you're like like 9 days of dancing and music. Um,
Oh, yep. So, to anyone who doesn't know what Navratri is, Navratri basically means Nav is like nine, and Ratri means nights. So, there are 9 nights of you people fast, people dance, people. There's a community gathering, and we dance together the entire night. It starts after the evening, like after sunsets, till the morning. There is all kinds of Indian instrument. It is started in Gujarat, India, from where I am, and everyone celebrates it in India. There are different kinds of festival people celebrate during all those 9 nights and that period of time in India. Um, and and yeah, Navratri I've been celebrating ever since I've born, and it's fun. Everyone should come. You are welcome to celebrate it or celebrate it there. Even just celebrate it. Um,
yeah,
so what we do is we basically like dance in a circle around the mother's womb, the mother being the goddess womb, for the 9 nights, and it basically metaphorically represents the cycle of life and how everything revolves around life, and you just have to dance through it all.
amazing. Yeah, it looked so cool. I had I wasn't aware that it was happening right then, but um, I've heard of Navaratri, but then to see your participation and your dancing, I was like, wow, it looks so much fun. Like a wonderful celebration.
It is, and for especially for people like in this generation, you just even when you want, you can't use your phone for when you're
Yeah,
dancing. So you can actually really connect with people,
yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah. That's that's interesting. Um, yeah, I was wondering. That's an interesting kind of thing about the this generation and the advent of technology and mobile phones and stuff. Um, I've not been to India, but I have a good friend who's often been, and he was saying that he's noticed over the years with the same as what's happening over here, that that now everyone has phones, and so people are really busy with their phones, and um, yeah, I guess just like anywhere, like things are. Um, any opportunity to be focused on something else, and perhaps also painting, drawing, even though we're doing this in a digital way and sharing it, but just any
Yeah,
activity which gets us to be present and offline and doing something creative. To put the phone away is yeah, I think must be just hugely beneficial. So it's
it's a task, and and for me, I wouldn't be like preachy and say it doesn't happen to me. It happens to me all the time. Like I get distracted all the
oh
time
yeah,
while painting. I have to really like lock my phone or give it to my mom and be like, "You don't give it to me until I finish this," or something like that. Even while I'm dancing, after I've done a freestyle piece that I really liked, somewhere in my mind it'll click, wait, why did I not shoot that? You know,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
sometimes it's fine if you don't shoot it, but yeah, because of all of it, it sometimes, yeah, gets to you.
Yeah, yeah, and we're working like with your all of your editing, like we kind of exist. It's interwoven into the creative practice as well. And yeah, to have those moments like, oh, that was really cool. Like a video of that would be good. Um,
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just like something we learn to live with and to use. But those opportunities to really be able to just be present and create without thinking of it as a piece of content. That's
Mm.
it's pretty special to be able
Exactly, yeah.
to tap into.
But then again, there are times like these when like I get to meet people like you, so then it all evens out. Like
Yeah, yeah,
through.
yeah. It's it's like there's so much wrapped up in it. So much good, so much potential distraction. uh,
Every time there's a debate on the internet, about the internet and the social media and stuff like that, I make sure I point out Kenyo. Like I make sure I tell everyone there's this group chat where people from all over the world share references and paint each other, and that's one. If anybody has to ask me like one pro part, like for debate on social media, I definitely bring Kenyo.
yeah, yeah. It is it is a it's a an incredible gateway to connection and creative exchange. That's how I like a lot the past years have experienced it so much that way. And I see there's also a lot of distraction, division, um, but just like anything, these things exist, and finding our way to yeah um, get the most from that productive creative potential. It's really great. But yeah, sometimes it's
Can you tell me how you got into art?
um yeah, I always liked drawing, and I think my parents might be here in the chat. Um, and um, like I yeah, it was always present, and but I had decided I didn't want to go to art school because I thought I don't want to be a starving artist. But I have learned that
Mm-hmm.
that is an unhealthy stereotype. It's also possible to but after yeah there were it was when I was 28 that I had been traveling a lot, and I always had a sketchbook with me, but I never really thought like I didn't feel like I strongly identified with myself as an artist, but I just kind of always liked drawing. So so when I was traveling, I would
Mm.
have my sketchbook in my bag, and I don't know, it would be every other like there would be weeks, months in between drawing where I just wouldn't do anything. But then when I was 28 and I was wondering, I had kind of after traveling for a while and being in Europe, going back to Australia, I had a bit of a crisis thinking, what am I doing? Like, what do I want to do with my life? What is the purpose of my existence? What should I do? Because I had a lot of freedom and was just kind of like, didn't know what to do with myself. And amazingly, my wife, Kira, at the time, she's like, well, what's the best thing? What would you like to do more than anything? I was like, I'd like to draw. And she's like, well, do that then.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was amazing because it was like 28. I had been traveling, wondering like I had done many different jobs in different countries and just wasn't really the thing that I thought I would do didn't really work out. And so I had just had this moment of being adrift amidst the possibilities, and then it became really clear in that time where it was rough. Like it felt like externally everything kind of seemed like good, but um, I just sometimes was just like sitting, just kind of staring, just wondering what's going on. There was this weird kind of disconnect. The
What am I
like
doing?
Yeah, yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? What's the point of anything? Why everything is so beautiful, but I like
Mm.
why? What's going on? In that context, and that came out of it. Like, there was yeah, I did some different jobs and different things, but then it became really clear, okay, this is what I'd like to focus on doing more and more of this. So since I was 28, I'm now 42, and I've really focused on doing it. And I wasn't really sure what I would do with it. And it's still like the last 5 years, teaching has been the main thing. But I love doing live sketches and murals, and like it's still kind of open. It's like there's this just creative flow which has been open through it, and it could still become all sorts of things. Uh, so that's kind of
Do you enjoy
how.
teaching?
Oh yeah, teaching is so cool. Um, it's really it's so much fun because I know the kind of excitement of learning things, and as things start to develop and you feel like, oh, this looks a bit like that person, that nose looks like a nose, like these little successes which can be so hard in the beginning, but there's something that kind of pulls us on to keep trying, and I remember like so much of what I'm teaching, I'm just remembering the feeling of like
Mm.
when I learned things and when I had this kind of uh, realizations, and being able to share that with people, and then to see their work change and develop, and also get the feedback from people saying like, wow, um, I've never seen this before. I've never realized that, like, I see faces every day, but this is the first time I've really seen this. Like this, it's a really beautiful thing to be able to share. Um, so yeah, teaching is so cool. It's fun for me, and so rewarding to see how people are growing with it. And it's a very I don't know. It's been a very uh, a non-linear path. Although in retrospect, everything just follows on from each other, and it all makes so much sense. But yeah,
It's
how
so
is that?
cool though.
Yeah,
It's so
how is
cool that you were once so confused on like what you want to do, and now you're here like hosting these sessions with so many people and teaching people what you once never even imagined you would do. So
yeah, and that's the thing I remember in that phase of kind of confusion, and when that answer came, like, oh, I'd really like to draw more than anything, uh, um, and then Kira was like, well, why don't you? And then I was looking at the artists that inspire me, and I'm just like, I'm not them. I don't draw every day like these people do. I don't see things the way they do. And Akira was just like, but they had to learn somehow. So, just find a way to learn.
you once.
Yeah. Because I remember so clear that feeling of like, I just do these little things, and the stuff that I look up to, it's just like, I do not see a pathway that connects where I'm at and what they're capable of doing.
Mm.
And then that became the process of just like finding the pathway and being able to, um, like, it's possible to learn and develop and grow like that. And um, yeah, so I have become someone who draws pretty much every day. Whereas back in that phase, I was like, that's not me. It's not a thing I know how to do. Um, so yeah, it has been a long and winding path, but it's really, yeah, I think it's really cool. Things are working out. Um, yeah,
I'm
and
happy.
I was wondering because even though there is this reality of the like having to pay the rent and stuff, and like to figure out
Mm.
in the context of the creative expression and what we're able to do. I wonder, how is that for you, having um, so recently, what was it, last year that you graduated, like what your thoughts are
Yep.
and perspectives.
So ever since I graduated, I started picking up like really random jobs that are in design. Scaling like ranging from designing a logo to designing a brand identity for someone to animating their reels, to even ideating their reels, to managing social media of people, and stuff like that is what I keep like. Uh, I've been freelancing ever since basically, and it's touchwood has been uh, like one after the other, the opportunity keeps jumping in, so I don't have to really and I don't it's not necessarily always something that I'm really passionate about, but eventually I try to, so say if I'm managing somebody's social media, then eventually I try to uh, animate something in that. So I try to make it passionatable in my own way. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? If that's a
Yeah,
word.
yeah. I think
Um,
that's amazing to be able to take whatever it is, and I think it totally comes through in what I've seen of your animations. Like whatever product it's for, it's there's this like incredibly clear sense of your creative voice coming through it. So whatever it is, being able to
yeah,
put your thing into it, that's great.
I'm so glad like it reaches through that way. Um, Lately, I've been very grateful that these past 2 months I've had brand collaborations, so that has taken up a good amount of my time, along with freelancing. And currently, I'm also working on a mixed media film with someone, short film with someone. So that, and yeah, that's it. If any other small gigs here and there they come up, I make sure I take them, and yeah.
Yeah,
Since I'm 22 now, I don't really. There's not that big of a pressure um, to run the house because I live with my parents.
yeah,
So, uh, but thankfully, I get to make enough to have my own life and stuff.
yeah. That's great.
And thankfully, it's through things that I love. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, touch wood. I have wood right here to touch. um, yeah. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? Feel free to ask, or contributions, or thoughts, insights. Um, yeah, it's just all. I find it all super interesting to see, and that yeah, it's a great phase and time to have that freedom, uh, and
Yeah, but it does get to you. It does get to you that, like, with all the AI coming in, what are you gonna do,
yeah, yeah.
and stuff like that. So I am planning to do my master's soon. Before that, I'm taking a bit of a break, and
Mhm.
hopefully my master's, aiming to not do it in something related to art and design, so that I have somewhat of a diverse resume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Because I see a lot of AI stuff and think about it a lot, and I have thought about it in regards to your stuff because I guess it could also be kind of made like that. Of course, anything can kind of be duplicated and copied
Yep.
with
Yeah.
AI, but there's something just so enjoyable and I think valuable about that handmade feel. Even if it's a digital product and an animation, it's still you see like um, the human
You can see the
effort.
soul. You can see the difference between something that's made, at least as of now, you can see the difference.
Hmm.
Um, it'll be unfortunate if AI can copy soul one day, uh, but for now, you can see the difference when somebody has made it. Even if it's like fully digitally, you can really see it, like the difference. And mm, yeah.
Yeah,
So I feel anyone that has a good eye, even when they're not coming from a designer art background, they should be able to have that, um, that good eye as to what is made authentically and what has just been made with a prompt.
yeah,
But
yeah.
let's see.
Um, do you what program do you make your animations with in your editing?
Oh, yeah, okay. Starting from the storyboarding is always done on paper. I
Hmm.
prefer that. Um, then I take them up to Procreate or Procreate Dreams for my thumbnails. or for making the keyframes. Then if it's fully hand drawn, then if it's stop motion, then it's obviously like photos combined into one video. So that happens in After Effects. Or if it's just normal photos into video, then you can just do it in any random app in Short V and anything works. And then final composition always happens in After Effects. If For my film, I also used Premiere Pro because there was a lot of sound edit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when that Procreate Dream, like the animation version of Procreate, right? When that came out, it was like, oh wow. But I don't know, haven't had the time to, because as I mentioned, I used the thing as a kid. Like I would love to do animation, and um, and it's
I
cool.
think you would be a great animator. I think you should just go for it.
Yeah, yeah, it's cool that these tools are becoming so much more accessible.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and like I see people doing amazing stuff with Blender, which is yeah, and that's I guess the thing. That's the thing that
And it's open source.
all these creative tools have become more accessible um, and that people are able to like I've learned a few different programs over the years because I studied architecture and we had to learn like it was 3D Studio Max back at the time was this animation program that we used and AutoCAD and Photoshop and Procreate whatever. So there's like this process of getting into and understanding the way a program works, which is that that's part of it, like finding it, and then I guess through that, like any tool, finding the way you find your
Yeah.
creative expression through the way you use the tool. Um, yeah, so it's been
Yeah.
excite
There's no
excite.
one right way.
Yeah, yeah, and just by looking
Have
at
you used
anything,
heavy paint or any chance?
heavy paint. I tried it once years ago, but I see people doing amazing stuff with that. It looks so cool. Have you?
It has improved a lot and it's so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's open source, so it's even more amazing that
Oh,
way.
nice. Yeah, cool. I will look into it again because it's. I remember years ago I saw people were using it, and so many people doing
Yeah.
amazing
If
stuff with it.
anyone that watching, please use heavy paint. It's also available on a website thing. So even if you don't want to download their app, which has I think 1 month free trial, so even if you don't want to use their app, you can always like use the website thing, and it's very fun to use.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out. Heavy paint. Um, yeah, because I was so this thing about increasing accessibility, and I feel like AI is like kind of taking that too far.
Yeah.
And there's this guy JJ Ellis who was saying that AI is giving the wealthy access to creativity and removing access to wealth from creative people because of the way it's being
Mm,
like it's like because advertising agencies or whatever instead of paying someone to do a creative job they like put a prompt in and then they just pay their subscription to Sora or OpenAI or whatever. um, so and that's what people argument with it, and it's kind of amazing that now like to think someone like putting in some prompts can kind of create a video which would have taken a team of people to do just like 10 years ago and years of dedication and practice. So it's like granting accessibility to some creative expression, but yeah, but taking it, I feel like in the process of like connection and learning how to do these things, that's like that's
yeah.
part of the path and the satisfaction of then making something really cool. Is like I've spent 20 years learning how to do this, and now it's like it's working.
Yeah.
And that's removed. But yeah, as things these like affinity products and Procreate, because a long time it was like Photoshop was the standard and super expensive. Like it was just think of like restricting access to these creative tools, and it's become more and more available and accessible to be able to use these things and make really cool stuff with them. No. Um, My dad just said something. I love that the photo and Dylan's work are both thoughtful images. I love you, Dad. um, this is a
This is so
screen.
cute.
This is a screenshot from one of Tikka's videos. So go onto Instagram after this and find which one it is. They're so much fun.
And thank you.
Yeah. So
Although I do feel like, with when you have so much accessibility to something, after a point the person will get bored. Like you will get bored and you will be like you want to see new things. Hopefully, at least that's a hope I have, that people
yeah,
will get bored. And
yeah,
and when people do get bored, they'd eventually have to come to people that have new ideas, which would be the artists and the creatives.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I know that that would take a longer time, because now is the splurge is starting just right now. And so there would be this dip, and then again people would be like, ah, we want some new ideas, and come back to us. But hopefully I'm still alive.
yeah. Well, I hopefully just the amazing stuff you're doing. It would just like
Both of us will.
it would just keep rolling, and yeah, it's going to be so interesting to see what it turns into and how things develop. And I was just looking yesterday, like some of the views, like the amount of people that have seen the stuff that you've made is like mind blowing. Um, but it makes sense. Like it's totally cool. But yeah, that's really interesting to see. Not that it's all about the views,
I've
of
been
course.
grateful with that. This it started this year. Like this year, it one video blew up, and then that, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's also a cool thing. Like the combination with music. We watched a couple of those videos, but there was no sound. But um, when you watch it with the music, which is accompanied to it, and the rhythm of that, it's it, it's so alive. It's so cool, and that's something that's been really
See that
interesting.
again, like that again is I would like to thank my dance journey for it.
Mm,
So like I think all of this just like uh, overlaps each other. Like just because I have been dancing, I know when the beat has to hit, and so in my animation I will make that beat hit. And I feel like that is so like it's interesting. It keeps your interest in both the things alive.
yeah, yeah. That's so cool. like like it seems like so many different things, but how they are all interwoven, part of the same thing. It's that's great. Um, yeah, I just want to remind everyone who's watching that the after party, which will be happening in a couple of minutes, is going to. It's open to everyone. The Zoom link is in the description, and we would love you. We're just going to keep this conversation going, and you can become part of it and sit together with us as we continue drawing. And there's a bunch of wonderful references which I haven't started in the stream, but Tika has shared some references of friends, and I'm going to do some sketches of them as well. So perhaps that will be um, something for the after party, which also is fitting to the sense of an after party and the shared experience, and then drawing a bunch of friends. It's going to be nice. So we'd love you to come join in Zoom as well. Do you live in a big city?
So amazingly weird to be named myself with with when like it's so flattering.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were
you
saying, sorry.
I was just going to say you must have been drawn so many times. So your profile picture is by Alfie Sims is so nice, and I've seen so many people. You share these wonderful images, and
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. Yeah.
to see so many people making uh, taking those, and that's part of this like creative exchange in the Kenya community. Like to just to see people take something and make something unique and wonderful with it. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, I've never been outside of India. I've just been outside of India once, and to know that all of these drawings and sketches are lying on somebody's drawing board and inside somebody's drawing sketchbooks in different parts of the world makes me feel like it makes me feel with the that anywhere door that Doraemon had. Like, have you watched Doraemon by any chance?
Have I watched one?
The cartoon Doraemon. Anyway,
No.
that cartoon Doraemon had this like anywhere door where like when you open the door you can reach anywhere in the world, and yeah, it was really famous here, that cartoon. Anyway,
Cool.
it makes me feel like that anywhere door is Kenyo for me.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it's. I love it. Um, the possibility for just connecting, and even the people who. There's something I've enjoyed so much about doing this is I've
Yeah,
been able to talk to people whose work I've seen and loved, and then to just be like, oh, how about we sit and chat for a while, and this is something in my the last years, because not everyone has, or very few people actually have the possibility and the privilege and the freedom to be able to travel a lot, but
yeah,
to be able to connect in a meaningful way, which is another kind of uh, a great part of the internet, and share in this way. It's such a enriching thing that I'm honored to be able to do. All right, I think we'll head over to Zoom and continue this conversation. Um, we would love to see your work. If you are drawing along, whether you're in the live or watching the replay, our Instagrams are in the description, and we would love you to tag us because it's always fun seeing what people are doing. Those are such cool
yes,
drawings,
please.
Tikka. It's been fun watching you work as we chat.
It's been so fun watching you work. Look at that. It's crazy. And you've got the bindi right. It's crazy.
Cool. Um, yeah, wonderful, everyone. Rest well, Linda. To anyone who's able to come over and join us over in Zoom, we're going to keep chatting, and it's a very warm and open invitation. Everyone is welcome today to the after party. So come on over, and we'll just keep chatting, and keep drawing, and share the space together. So thank you for being here, and the next Drawn Together episode that I'm aware of will be on the 12th of November with Charlotte Hamilton.
Let's go.
Yeah, and we'll keep this going, and it's going to be so much fun. Thank you for joining us here today, and we'll see you
Thank
around
you. Thank you.
on the internet. Thank you so much, Tikka.
Thank you, Dylan. See you in the Zoom meeting.
See you in Zoom.